watercolors today. Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
you'll need 2 cups of water
I got that.
and some salt.
Oh my goodness. The hair pencil. Hairy now.
And then there is a link that I will put in the chat.
Here's
That has some different pictures of tortoises that you can use for reference, or you can just draw from your imagination. And so each of the shapes on the back of the tortoise or turtle, you know, they're not really squares, but they're kind of squares. Each
kind of
one of
like
those squares, we're like a scale, big scale. We're going to do a different watercolor technique with it. So the thing that you want to draw the biggest are those big shapes on his shell or her shell.
make sure to add your tortoise a little tail if you want it to look cute. I add a little tail to my tortoise. So cute. It's so cute. So really cute. I think it's so cute.
So I'm just like doing mine pretty rough because mostly this will just be watercolor.
I'm not good at drawing things lightly.
It takes a little practice.
Big toenail, big toenail, big toenail, big toenail. That's a big toenail. Okay.
Elena, are you is softball season still happening, or is there a new session going on?
It's a new season. It hasn't really started yet.
You haven't started yet?
Not really.
Yeah.
Dance.
I think
dance
we
lessons
start,
have started.
I mean, like we've been doing practices every Saturday, like outside while we can.
Yeah.
We started I think like 2 weeks ago, just since we had a long break during the summer.
Yeah, it's going to start to be chilly.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys will warm up.
We should
quickly.
have a break through winter, and I think it's January when we start doing indoor practices.
Oh, cool. Is there an indoor facility close to your house, or do you have to drive quite a bit?
We have to drive there, not too far.
Uh-huh.
But there's a place, it's called In the Net, and our team was lucky enough that basically the sports facility will have like a team sponsor that basically like a name of the team will be up there and you get discounted prices. So we get to practice there, and it'll be like for discounted because our team will now be the sponsor of the place.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I'm making my shell just a little bit bigger so it fills most of my page.
That's my tortoise.
Ah, I like it.
I'm just drawing random lines to get my shell.
Okay.
I think that'd be kind of randomized.
Sasha, are you in any sports or doing any fall activities?
I don't know if this counts as a sport, but I'm doing taekwondo.
Ooh, yeah, that counts as a sport. That's cool. Have you been doing it for a while, or is it new?
I've been doing it for like 3 years.
Is that good enough for the shell?
Yeah, that's cool. You might want to make them just a little bit bigger, Kat, though. Like maybe combine a couple shapes. It's okay if they're that small, but our watercolor will bleed out quite a bit, and you might want more space so you can see the effect of the salt and stuff.
me erase someone's lines.
All right. Just let me know when you guys are done and we can move on to what we're gonna do with the salt.
That better?
Yeah, that's great.
I think. You know me, I'm probably gonna come back later and say, no, I need another thing. Just a waiting game of. I do like some scales on the legs and color those with different techniques.
Yeah, or like you could color those with a pen or marker. Sasha, where do you think you are inspired? Let me rephrase that. What do you think inspires your color palette for your Swifto?
I don't know. I just like I made her a while ago,
Uh-huh.
and I recently made her like her colors warmer because I like warm colors.
Well, even the one that you did the other day with the tree, I mean, it has your same unique color palette. You can tell that it's from you. It's really cool.
You know what? I gave up on doing scales on the legs. It
What'd
just
you say,
isn't.
Kat?
I'm not gonna do scales on the legs. It's not turning out how I want it to.
Fair enough. Nice. Great. How's yours, Sasha? Can't really see it. Is it close to being done? Okay. Sasha, is yours close to being done, or you still need some more time? You're on mute.
Huh?
Do you need some more time, or are you done with your drawing?
We can continue.
Well, we can wait for you. I just couldn't see how far you were because I couldn't. The pencil lines didn't really show up when you held it up.
I'm pretty sure it's complete, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll just show you kind of what we're doing here, and then you have more time to just finish that up. So we're gonna start with like 4 different techniques. So I have 2 glasses of water here. And in one glass, I'm going to keep it clean and try to use a brush and only use that brush for your clean water. And then if you have a second brush, we are going to dump a tablespoon of salt. So I'm just going to pour it in my hand till it kind of fills up my hand like this. And we're going to put that
measure.
Or you can use your tablespoon. And we're just going to put that in the second glass and kind of stir it up.
I'm gonna have salt in my room for the next couple weeks.
Yeah. I hear you. So I've never done this technique before with the salt in the water. I've put salt on top. So I hope it turns out the way I think it's going to, but I think it's pretty cool. So just make sure you keep them separate so you know which one has the salt in it and which one's the clean water.
I'm gonna use the bottom of a paintbrush to do it.
Great. So let me know when you guys have your salt water all stirred up.
Can you hear it grinding?
Yeah, I don't hear it grinding, but mine sure was.
This light is so pretty.
The only difference is one's a little murkier than the other. That's all I see though.
Mine's got something floating in it.
Ew, it just sounds gross. There are like bees and wasps and stingy things all around my school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like you'll see one almost every time. And like yesterday, there was one on the soccer field. So like usually me and one of my friends play soccer like in a little group. But I like quit. I would not do it because of the bee.
Yeah.
So once we're done, once it stops grinding, do you paint it?
Yeah, so let's wait for Sasha to come back. And
I'm
then,
here.
okay, so what you should do first, let's just do the clean water with no salt in it first so we can see the difference. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our a paintbrush and get it all wet. And we're gonna paint water on one of, I'm just gonna call them scales. I don't know the technical name, but kind of get the first big scale wet with just clean water without any salt on it.
Clean.
And then you can decide what color you're gonna paint. I think I'm gonna paint my tortoise all blues and purples.
I'm gonna do a rainbow tortoise.
And then just go ahead and experiment with how that paint is working on that wet, pre-wet surface.
I'm gonna do a rainbow tortoise.
Love it.
I have so much junk all over my desk, like that I don't have anywhere to put my watercolor palette.
You should see what's around my desk, Elena. It is
I should
tons
really
of
I
junk.
have like paint still sprawled all over it.
Yeah,
I have
same.
cleaner here.
It's weird. My camera doesn't want to focus because it's wet, maybe.
Won't focus it.
Yeah, it's not focusing it. There it goes.
The trick is if you have two like really dark colors and you won't know which one is which, the trick is like I'm gonna also use like pink. The trick is to put your pink in between the two almost identical colors. And then you'll know like which.
Yeah, there you go. So before we do the other salt, I'm just going to do another scale with just the pre-wet, like by wetting it first. So it's really washy. All right, so now let's try the salt water. So if you have
I haven't even started. I haven't really started that much yet.
okay.
So you paint. I might use a smaller brush for painting. That got me look better. Red. Rainbow scale. Ooh, it's looking. I like it. It's cool. Rainbow scale. It's really cool. I have to admit, pretty darn cool. I'm gonna do 2 scales with this technique.
Great.
One red, one orange. Because I'm doing a rainbow scale. Oh, bleeding a little bit. You know what? We're just gonna make those two. 1 whole second. Oh yeah, the orange changed the color of my water. Okay, so now what do you do with the salt water?
So now with the salt water, do the same thing. Take your salt water with the different brush if you have one, and pre-wet another clean scale. And then just dab the paint on it and see what happens. It's going to make a weird chemical reaction where it's going to be almost like a snowflake.
Oh no. Got caught in one.
That's confusing.
Did you say that's confusing?
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
So instead of like, once you get the salt water on, instead of dragging your brush back and forth, you're just going to like dot it.
What are you gonna use paper towels for?
Just to rinse off your brush if you need to clean off your brush. And then just the last technique, and then we can just all experiment on our own. The last technique is probably what you've done before, where you put watercolor down and then sprinkle some salt on it, and then it's going to crystallize. And you'll need quite a bit of water to make this part happen. So the salt has something to adhere to.
Like paint it a lot and then do the salt.
Yeah. So it's almost like the salt is absorbing the water.
Oh, nice.
And then throw the salt over your shoulder for good luck.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna run into the corner of a wall.
There you go.
Do I have to?
No.
My mom might like kill me if I do. Oh my goodness, I like the crystallizing vest.
Isn't that cool?
I need a smaller paintbrush to do the dabbing because it didn't quite turn out like I was expecting it to. Let's paint another one. Not crystallizing.
And then my very last one that I'm going to try is just using a really dense paint without that much water.
A really dense paint without that much water.
Like I'm just going to get my paintbrush full of paint, but try not to use that much water. So it's almost thick like when I paint it on.
No. Woo. I'm liking this. It's almost looking tie-dye. Like almost like tie-dye. I definitely like
So
the
which-
crystallizing vest.
You like the crystallizing best? How about
Yeah.
you, Sasha? What do you like the best? I said I was just going to do purples and purples and blues, but now here I am. I'm doing greens and pinks too.
That's what I'm doing.
What technique do you like the best, Elena?
I don't know. The saltwater one didn't really work for me.
Maybe let's try adding a little bit more salt.
Yeah, I did. I
don't
sprinkled
know
some
what
more salt
really-
on. Now I'm doing the one where you add a bunch of water and then.
Okay. when I use the salt water first, it almost looks like curdled milk a little bit.
Ew. My parents said the next time that I leave milk out and it curdles, I have to taste it. So I'm never leaving my milk out to curdle again. I did it once and it was like, oh, I'm like, oh, it's a solid. And they're like, no, it's curdled. And I'm like, ew. So yes, never leave your milk out to curdle because then you might have to take a bite of it. And that is not, I don't know. I don't think that's tasty. No. I kind of want to do another tortoise.
Uh-huh.
Right, to use
I was trying to think of some other animals that this would work with. Maybe a fish, or I was thinking maybe a dragon could be cool.
I'm not a good
Maybe
dragon.
like a leopard.
Ooh, a leopard would be cool.
I'm kind of going to get a little experimenty. So, let's see what I'm going to do. Now, take some water, wash it on. It. Add a little salt water. Ooh. And then some little salt on. That didn't turn out how I expected it to, but okay.
Do you like it though?
It's made it very pale. It's a very light color.
One thing I really like about watercolor too is going outside of my pencil line. I think that's so cool. And then at the very end, I think I'm gonna take my paint and like splatter it so there's splatters everywhere.
Yeah, that's a good
Problem
idea.
is that I'm a perfectionist, so when the paint goes out of the lines, I hate it. Like that.
Oh
over here.
yeah?
Yeah. Here's my turtle.
Uh-huh. Oh, that looks so good though. I love it out of the lines like that.
Thank you.
Especially with watercolor. I think you get a pass with watercolor.
Yeah, but like
Because
if I have
it's hard to control, right?
yeah, but if I have like acrylic and it goes out of the lines, I might get mad at it.
Did you yell at your acrylic paint and don't use it for 2 days?
No, I like if say it's like a blue that goes into a green, like goes into a yellow, I'll get so mad because my yellow is really thin, so I need to use a lot of it and do a bunch of layers. And I'm impatient, so I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that I'm gonna paint is gonna have a blue right next to a yellow. Actually, so exactly the example that I gave.
What colors are you using, Sasha?
Like orange, yellow, red, and pink.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about the salt texture. It's kind of interesting. Like with the salt water, I mean.
I'm not getting that much of an effect from it.
I think I
I
added a lot more salt in mine, Kat, and it's working better in my salt water.
I might have also used
maybe I'll add like a lot.
I used the really small salt.
Yeah, that's what I used.
But now it just has to dry.
And then what do you think we should do for the body? Should we make it just like a brown or do the different colors?
I'm a green color because it fits.
Green color.
ink.
I'm gonna do a brown because it has so many other colors. Kind of like a little color tortoise.
Yeah, just kind of give the color a break.
Yeah, it's like pull color back of the line. Pull back of the line. Let brown go first. I added a nose to my tortoise, but now I'm starting to think that looks like an eye.
Let's see.
My paper's wet, so I don't want it to.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. So, do you guys have any requests for October's game night? Have you guys ever played
Among Us.
hide and go seek?
No, I haven't.
No. If
Fun.
we do Among Us, we're doing the aircraft. I've memorized all the rooms, but we're doing the spaceship. In the aircraft, I just can't. It's too confusing. I always end up doing loops. And then when you're like, don't quite understand the game, it's really confusing in that. It makes me mad. Oh, I like how that did. That kind of shake my paper. Kind of bleeds everything out.
So I have an art challenge starting tomorrow for new people that we might want to invite to the art gang. So if you guys have any friends that you think might enjoy this to join us, they can sign up for the art challenge. It's 5 days. Kat, you did it earlier, but it's completely free and you can sign up on my website. And then at the end of the 5 days, if they do all the 5 challenges, they win a prize. Well, I'm going to draw one name to win a prize. So if you guys have any friends that you think might enjoy it, I can send you the link in the band app for them to join the art challenge.
Could we do it too, even though we're already on the band?
Yeah, you sure can. I just didn't want to overwhelm you with all I don't want anyone to feel stressed that they got a lot of stuff to do.
I might be able to make time for it. I don't know if I will or not.
Yeah.
I probably might not do all 5 days, but I'll do it when I can. Like weekend and Friday, I probably will.
Yeah, there you go.
Wednesdays I have dance. Thursdays I have swim.
I know.
Friday, nothing.
People are busy. Have you has anyone had a chance to look at any of the videos on that password protected page?
Yeah, I looked at them. I watched them all, but then I just don't get around to doing the art.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of just asking for some feedback. If you guys think that that's too much, or you like them, or maybe you'll do them later, or maybe you don't feel
like it. I feel like it gives you more of an example of what you're what it kind of should look like than being off on your own. Is this
okay? That's good feedback. How about you, Elena? Do you have any feedback or suggestions?
I haven't seen the videos.
Okay. Did you know that they existed though?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, that's also good to know. So there's about 25 different art videos. And some of them are about 8 minutes long. Some of them are longer, but the link is on the band app. So after this class, I'll put another link so you can see it.
What color should I use now? That's the question. Can I finger paint?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, green finger. I don't know how long it's gonna take to come off, but who in this world can be mad at me? Because I'm just painting with my finger, my green finger. Yeah, it's still green, so.
I've never finger painted with watercolors before.
Yeah, it kind of paints colors your finger. I say do it. I'm gonna make colored salt after this. I'm gonna
Mm.
use, and I'm gonna put a little bit on like almost like every art I do. And that sound interesting or does it not sound interesting?
Yeah, I've never colored salt. Have you done that before? I wonder if it works.
I've never done it before. I have a feeling if Mom would be mad if I did some like right now.
Color what?
I colored the salt.
Like paint it and then just let it dry.
Yeah, how you paint it and then you can use it. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit. Tiny little bit. Tiny bit. Let's see. Which color should I paint it? That's the thing. Brown. Okay, we're gonna make this work. Yes, okay. That's the challenge. Mix it. Oh, that's a weird effect. Cool. It maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't quite work a lot. When I
Yeah.
did a little bit and a lot of paint. Here, let me get a little more. I have a bigger amount. What color? I want color to stand out against the light. Ooh, pink. Oh, it's sticking to it. No. No siree salt. No siree. No siree. Touch.
Fun. I like how puffy it looks.
It looks puffy.
I don't know, it just looks puffy. My shell looks puffy.
So puffy. My salt looks weird. Like a colored salt looks weird. It does look kind of weird. It does. I have to admit, it does make it a little chunky. If you try to
The salt?
yeah, kind of crystallizes it a little bit, so it makes it a little chunky. I mean, it's pretty good. If you were to add like a little bit of water, it'd probably be okay. Now I'm thinking Mom gonna be mad at me. That's the thing.
I finished my
Yeah.
turtle, so I started painting a pin. This
What'd you
is
say? Oh,
painting.
that's cute. I love that.
Wait, I didn't see it.
I'm not done with it yet. But it's kind of hard to tell, but that's a human and then the blue thing, it's a blue sheep.
Oh my God, I love it. What kind of pen is it?
Huh?
Is it like a ceramic or?
Oh, it's
Plastic?
just like
Oh
it's
yeah. And is it on plastic? Are you painting on plastic?
yeah, the backing is like a metal-y type thingy, and then the cover is cloth. I painted over one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go rinse this off. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do some splatters, see how that works. Ooh. I love it.
And I also found a way to make pins out of bottle caps.
How do you do that?
I kind of forget. I watched a tutorial how to do it. I didn't come up with it. But what I can remember, basically, you have your bottle cap.
Uh-huh.
And then after you paint it, you take one of the small, like safety pins.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go get some more water.
And then, like, to attach it, you take one of the corkscrew things.
Uh-huh.
You want to feed the safety pin through. It's kind of hard to do. I've never done it before. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I can't do it right now, but basically
Okay.
feed it through the middle part, and then then this is the part that you hot glue down so that you can use the safety pin to clip it.
That's awesome.
I didn't come up with it. I found a tutorial.
Yeah. Do you
On
have
the
any
internet.
other projects that you've learned?
No. Oh wait, actually yes. I made a ring
Oh my gosh, how'd you do that?
with wiring, beads, and a lot of like looping and weaving.
Would you ever want to do a video together and you can show us how to make a ring?
No, because I kind of winged it and didn't really measure anything.
That's all right. But I understand if you don't want to. I think winging it's the best thing.
Yeah.
I'm like hating my paper, try to get everything to blend. It will. Please, paper blend. Please, paper blend. You know how to make me happy.
Another thing you can try is to dab your, get it really wet. It's almost like an eraser if you don't like something, and then dab it with your paint, with your paper towel, and it takes off some of the paint.
Yeah, I figured that out in the first art game that I did.
Yeah.
That was a method that I liked to use then. I like to use it. You can also use it to make pastel colors.
Use what?
You can also use that trick to make pastel
Oh, yeah,
colors.
sure. Does anybody have a white paint pen or a white gel pen?
Me,
No.
I do.
Because
I
you
do.
can also go in once this dries and use that paint pen to kind of highlight certain areas. How's yours coming, Sasha?
Good.
Stop hate on me. I'm gonna have a little bit of a blue wave.
I like my shell the most, but I'm not sure I love my body.
I like your body.
I wish I didn't do these scales. Maybe I'll try to cover them up.
I'm doing a lot of paint trying to get thick, but I don't think it's going thick. Oh my goodness, this wow, scary. My desk is messy. It's not as messy as it sounds like some other people's desks are. My
Do you
desk
wanna-
is definitely
my desk?
clean. My goodness, your release is loud. Ta-da!
Dirty too. Look. Painting and a bunch of stuff over here. I have
Oh my God, that's so cool though. What a great desk.
Then I just have paint, a very dirty paint cup. It's not my designated paint cup. This box, which I painted myself.
Oh, that's cool.
A towel for some reason. An old bucket, a night light thingy. So it's kind of like a mini ring light, honestly. A notebook. All watercolors. It's all just
Do you
a huge
like- Do you like those pan watercolors or do you like the tube watercolors?
They're tube watercolors?
You like better?
I didn't know that there were tube watercolors.
Oh yeah, so there's watercolors that come
this.
in little tubes. No, even smaller than that. They're like
Oh,
an inch long. It almost looked like you had one that was yellow, Elena.
Oh
What
no,
were
this
you
is
holding?
acrylic paint.
What
This
kind of paint?
acrylic.
Okay, so yeah, it almost looks exactly like that too, but it's watercolor.
Something that I do have though. I have watercolor brush markers, which I really like.
Oh, how do they work? Do you like them?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're just writing in watercolor.
Okay. And then do you ever put water on top of them to make them bleed more?
I know you can. Oh my gosh, I just knocked something down. Okay, I know you can do that, but I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really experimented with them much.
Have you guys ever tried the watercolor pencils where
What?
you draw with a pencil and then put water on
I've seen that. I've tried this before.
What do people do these days?
it?
Make it so that they don't bleed? Oh my goodness.
It still
think
does, because once you get it wet, it's like regular watercolor.
Like I don't have enough colors.
I'm taking a marker and making little teeny marks and then getting it wet. And it's making it like shading it a little bit.
Purple, I like the color. Ooh. I've ended up just like literally just painting. I like what I'm. Ooh.
The only organized part of my space is my drawers
Oh yeah?
and my background. What you can't see.
My drawers are unorganized.
Really? Mine.
I'm just not very
Yes,
organized person.
I have like notebook stuff. These are
Uh-huh.
just little containers that I found where I store custom mixed colors. And this holds blue. And then I have one that holds what's it called? I forgot what it's called. But it's like a acrylic primer.
Okay,
Gesso,
yeah.
that's what it is. Gesso.
Gesso.
Yeah.
I'm doing a couple shell pieces where I'm literally just adding water and the colors are just blended.
These are mosaic pieces that I have, and then these are the dirty paint pots that I have. Those aren't organized.
Yeah, that's organized. Sasha, what's your room like? Is it organized or messy?
This is messy though.
Team messy or team organized?
It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, me too. Mostly messy.
I'd say not that long ago, my mom made me clean my room, but she does a lot of the work. And probably more towards clean, but a little bit in the middle. I'm not the best person at keeping clean.
I know, it's hard to do, isn't it?
You know, and then mommy gets mad at me. You need this. Oh, you need to clean your room. You got such a big mess. I feel like there's no other colors in the whole universe. I need more light color.
I have a lot of paintings on the other side of my room, but then I'd have to show my bed. You know what? I'm gonna make my bed look nice.
My bedroom feels so much better when it's clean.
Oh, my toes.
These. I know you guys didn't ask for the intro, but I'm giving it anyway because
I love it. It's fun to see. What's that thing
What thing?
that you're just, is that I can't tell what that is. Is that a mobile or a swing that you were just touching?
No, this is a pom-pom string that I made. This is my favorite part of my room.
Oh, and then it's a shelf.
Yeah, there's a shelf.
Cool. Do you have a pom-pom maker or do you just wrap it around like your hand?
I wrap it around my fingers.
Yeah.
I want to make pom-poms, but I really don't know how.
Maybe we'll film a video of making pom-poms.
Yeah, it's really simple.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
could
do
take
it?
a video and post it on Band.
Yeah, do please. That'd be awesome. And then how do you string them together like that? How do you get the string through the pom-pom?
Oh, I cut the string out and nailed it into the wall, and then I cut the pom poms. Well, I put the pom poms on by just taking a piece from the pom pom and tying it onto the string.
Okay, that's cool. That's awesome.
Some of the mine that are like really runny, I'm kind of putting them into others and kind of just making one big one.
Yeah, I did that a little bit too.
I like mixed kind of like all the colors together and got this really cool pinky color. I like it.
All right, ladies. Well, we still have some time, but that's all I have. If you needed to get off and do some homework or you want to just hang out for a little bit more, you sure can. But make sure you take a picture of it and post it to the band app so I can see it close up.
Bye.
Bye.
That's music layer.
What?
It's like the brush is making noise. It was kind of like music.
Oh, cool.
And I
Parker, what
didn't
do
really
you-
have. I didn't have music today. I was supposed to have music for specials, but then the her Quaver code wouldn't work, and so we just got to have free time on Quaver, and then we played the Florida Lava. So we really just had a bunch of fun
That's
instead
cool.
of learning.
That's fine. My dog is barking. Can you hold on a second? Let me see what she's looking at. What is it? Got it. She was chewing a wrapper.
He was barking at a rapper.
Yeah.
What?
Parker has allergies, so we need to give her Benadryl now.
We think that Benny might be allergic to like grains in his food.
Really?
Because like the food that we've always used from the vet, it like he like wouldn't eat and it would like he'd have like runny poo. And
Yeah.
so mommy talked to this like pet food specialist and she gave us like this grain-free one and we've stuck with it since. And I mean there hasn't seemed to be any issue.
Well, that's good. It's probably more expensive, isn't it?
I don't think it's that expensive actually.
That's good. All right, Kat. Well, it's always fun hanging out with you painting. It's about 7:30, so I'm going to let you go so you can get to your nighttime routine, okay?
Yes, I finished painting the shell.
Yes. Well, be sure to take a picture